everyone, I'm LG65. I'm the man who is behind the camera for many different video games such as Yakuza, Wii Party, and a select few. I've also done like a bit of fan dub work, and I posted up a video during World Autism Awareness Day last year. So another year of Anime North has come and gone. Lately I've been a con goer to Anime North. My last year was my first. I cosplayed as Kazuma Kiryu from all the Yakuza games. Fun time. I also happened to get an autograph signed by Asakawa Yu, a prominent voice actress in Japan, and also a voice actress, I think her name is Brina Palencia, who did Rei in the Evangelion series. Particularly the Rebuild films. The first two I have on Blu-ray. This video has about a panel I went to this year during this year's Anime North convention. It was the Sailor Moon one. Sailor Moon was the reason why I got into anime in the first place. It was basically everybody's childhood dream. A lot of people in Japan watched it when they were little. They know the poses, they know the voices, they know everything. The people that showed up in said panel were voice director John Stalker, Linda Ballantine, who did Sailor Moon circa the S and the Super S series in over here in North America, Katie Griffin, who did Sailor Mars for the entire run except for select episodes, and Susan Roman who did Sailor Jupiter for the entire run. So I even though I missed an autograph from all three of them, I still managed to catch their panel and went in and asked a question. And yeah, there were a lot of questions being asked over there, ranging from things like how far have they come, how did they know the series, like how did the voice actress feel when they were heading into the recording studio, like flew rumors flying around about the brand new Sailor Moon series, starting from scratch, because I heard it's starting from episode 1 all over again. But my question was about the cuts, and if they were to go back to do anything differently, what would they have done? And their response is below.
Evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight, never running from a real fight. She is the.
Right, well, looking back, there were a lot of cuts from the early seasons. But if you were to go back and view them, like for instance, that little face that Sailor Mars does near her debut episode, what would you do?
If I were to go back and you're saying, would I do anything differently, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. And this goes for everybody in the entire cast.
When I watch the original stuff, because I've been doing this for, well, now 20 years, because Sailor Moon's 20 years for us. When I watched the very first, I think Sailor Mars came in episode 7, maybe.
Yeah, it was episode 7.
Yeah, look, I'm looking around here going,
yeah.
Oh, Katie, oh my God, not So yeah, when she came in and I watched the very first few episodes, I was talking, I could tell that I wasn't in her character yet, because in the very beginning, this is to just digress just for a tiny bit. Sailor Mercury, Karen and I sounded a lot alike. And we both have very high voice. We could have very high voices, and I could have done the Alex voice from Totally Spies, but I thank God, didn't have to do that. But our voices were so similar that we had to settle into our voices. So when I watched the first few episodes as Sailor Mars, I wasn't really talking as Sailor Mars. I was talking it was just slightly, I could tell that I wasn't quite there yet. So, I don't know, I just rambled again.
I don't think I would change anything, and there was no time to change anything. That's the most important thing. When we recorded this, it just went by lickety-split. I think you all know, we've talked about it before, that it's recorded at the Rizmo Band, which is very much like a karaoke bar. under the screen.
Yeah.
So there's a big screen, and you're looking at the action, but most of all, you're looking at the words coming across the bottom. And the words are coming, and then when they hit a certain point, you can say the words. And you don't know what's going on because sometimes the words aren't there yet. And then sometimes the words will be, as we were saying, I love you will be written I-L-L-L-O-O-O-O-O. So you're starting, I love. And you're only going according to the bar. You're not looking, that's what John's doing. He's the whole time looking at the characters' mouth movements to make sure that everything is really matching. So as you can imagine, there's not a lot of time for deep analysis. It's just say it. Just how do you act in Sailor Moon? You just go in and you do it.
May I add to that scripts were never sent out in advance. With most anime dubbing, you don't get a script in advance. As opposed to original voice recording, where you will get a script anywhere 3 to 5 to 7 days ahead of time, even if you're doing a guest role or a regular. But in dubbing, you walk in and you read that line for the first time as you're recording.
Although, I did get a stack of scripts.
Did you?
Yeah, but
They're old ones.
they were old ones. They were the direct translation from Japanese to English. And it was just so she said, you know,
Get a
look at this
concept.
and get an idea of what this show is about. Okay. And so the English was very strange. It was just very disjointed and most of the time didn't make sense. And she'd say stuff like, oh, you speak Japanese. Oh, that's so good. I speak Japanese too. That's all I speak is Japanese, you know. And yet it was, of course, translated later. Oh, you speak English. Oh, I speak English too. I don't speak anything else but English. So for me, if I was going to change anything, I would change absolutely everything.
Oh.
I am a perfectionist. And that's, it drives me crazy. Like, listening to anything I've done, I go, why did I breathe there? What? Oh, my mini moons have also shown up, and my Darien have shown up. Yes. Embarrassing.
No.
My daughter, Jackie, put your hand up. That little girl back there was not even 1 when I did Sailor Moon. And she was this little tiny thing that had this white blonde hair. And when I was trying to warm up, my voice I was always losing my voice because I was screaming so much. And so I'd walk around home going, oh gosh, and I'd be talking to the kids like this, and they just sort of look at me like, you're an idiot. They always look at me like that. And Jackie was so little, and I would walk around going, and she'd go, and I'd say, are you making fun of me? And she'd say, she still does.
And to cap off what was a successful panel, Dave actually did a little voice touch to end the panel off on a very high note. And once again, here is the clip in question.
Hold on a second.
Wait, we're all recording! Oh my God! All of these pictures will be plastered across the internet tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you for that, guys, because I'm sure they're all going to be so attractive. Okay. Jupiter! Thunder! Crash! Mars! Celestial! Fire! Surround! Moon! Cosmic power!
We're out of time!
So yeah, that was my time at the panel. I really hope you enjoyed this clip, and give a like, a comment, and of course subscribe to my channels, because I'll be doing a lot of video game related stuff on here. Possibly a fan dub or 2, I don't know. So yeah, so next video, I don't know what I'll do yet, but you'll see when it comes. Take care everyone. それじゃ。 Matane, and remember, life's good.